Hi, I'm Lucinda. This is a video to explain who I am, what I do, and why I do it. These are my passports. This is my full name. I go by the middle. I don't like this picture. This is where I'm from. This is where I live. These are my parents. I took this photo with this camera. My dad took this photo with the same camera. This is Mr. Mako Anderson. He's 15 months old. This is Mojo Jojo. He's 15 years old. I'm a morning person. I'm a runner. I'm not good at yoga. English is my third language. Ik spreek Nederlands, mi por papje papje mentu, and I speak English. I've taken an adult gap year to find myself. I'm not sure if this is where to find her, but nature is nice. And in the process, I've discovered that I want to get good at making videos. Maybe even become a real filmmaker one day. And then also inspire you to make whatever you would like to make. Why? Because I want to. This funny thing happens when you get older. You realize that you have the power to choose how you want to approach life, rather than doing things that people tell you to do. You know, I wish I would have realized this earlier. And honestly, I'm only 41, even though I always say that it's a big age, because it feels like a big age. It feels like, you're already almost halfway through your life, assuming that you'd be 80 years old. They call it a midlife crisis for a reason. But honestly, I have so much life left to live. You have so much life left to live. It's not too late. It really never is too late to realize that you have the power to choose what you want for your life. My name is the perfect example. Now, I have an uncle who at some point in time decided that he wanted to go by his middle name. I was really young when he did that, but I remember thinking at the time, wow, that's weird, and you can actually do that? I was so surprised that he just did that. And now, at 41 years old, I finally realized that something like that, something like going by my middle name, I don't need to ask anybody for permission. I can just do it because I want to. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going by my middle name now. So many of the things that we do because we have to. Like, we go to work to make money so we can eat and take care of our families. And that's fair. And to keep things going right, we don't stand out. We make sure that we follow the rules, keep our heads down so that things keep going the way they're supposed to be going and not really doing what we want to do. At least I did. I had a wildly unhealthy relationship with my job. My job was my entire identity, and as such, because I didn't want to lose that identity, I did everything that was asked of me. And honestly, when you think about it, right, when your job or your environment dictates what you need to do, it's actually a lot easier than having to make all those decisions for yourself. But what that meant was I was doing so many things just on autopilot and not often enough asking myself, what do I really want to do? And I think that in society, there's so many people that don't ask themselves often enough, what do I really want to do? And just as myself, so many people are then just going through life making decisions based upon what the job is requiring them to do, what society requires from them to do, what is seen as the most appropriate decision to make. All the decisions that you make is done filtered through a lens that might not be completely your own, but just by what is seen as being the smart thing to do. And then now, in this season of life where I am actually really choosing for me and making decisions based upon my filter of the world and the information that's coming in, I still find myself apologizing for it. I find myself trying to rationalize, trying to qualify the decisions that I'm making so I don't seem reckless or irresponsible to other people. I still seem to care so much about or of what other people think of me. I still think that I need to give a reason why I can take time off from work And I don't really have to, right? I don't have to do that. But on the other hand, I am proud of myself that I don't care as much that I'm letting that stop me from making this content, for example. I just love talking about these things with you, and I love flexing my creative muscle, and I'm super proud of myself that I'm finally trying to show that stuff to other people as well. Because if you do want to make something, you want to make something beautiful, and you want to make somebody smile with it, or you want to just share your art with the world, you need to be really brave to actually do so, because there's a lot of criticism that can come your way when you actually do that. You know what? I'm going to have to give myself permission to just do what I want to do without that having to be a big deal to anybody. And so that's what I'm trying to say with this video, and this is the message that I want to convey, is that I would love for you to give yourself the permission to do whatever it is that makes your heart sing and that is good for your soul. Whether that is making something, whether that is absolutely not doing anything, do so just because you want to. You do so much for other people already. You take care of so many things already. Sometimes it's just time to take care of yourself and do something just for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This video definitely was one of those ponderations, a thing that I just kept thinking about in my head, and the catalyst for this video actually was the recording of the video that I think I posted now a week or maybe a week and a half ago. And with that video, I had like this whole top-down rig outside the apartment complex here, and one of the neighbors came and asked me what I was doing, and then in the answer that I gave her, I felt that I was putting so many disclaimers on it to somehow rationalize that I was out there filming a YouTube video as opposed to doing a normal job, right? Like I felt like I needed to qualify it so much, rather than just thinking, you know what, I'm making a YouTube video because I want to. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, if you made it to this point in the video, then you are definitely my people. Honestly, not a whole lot of people make it this far into the video, and I'm choosing to think that that's not because of the quality of the videos, but just by the collective shrinking of our attention spans because of social media nowadays, I guess. That's what I'm choosing to believe. You are awesome for making it this far. I'd be honored if you would choose to subscribe and come hang out with me again in a different video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be careful out there. Pet a furry friend if you have one. And I hope to see you in the next one.